Hey everybody, Vince August here. It's Friday, June 19th. And for those of you that have been following me on social media, you know every day I put up a video to try to bring some humor to the current situation we're living in. And other times I'll get a little bit more serious and try to hit on topics and bring some information where I think I could actually lend a positive view of things or speak facts. Well, today is one of those days that is going to be very serious because a couple of months ago, when I saw that graduations were not going to happen in person, some parents reached out to me. And as an attorney, I took it upon myself for free, pro bono, to work with parents to try to come up with a solution. And what I did was I sat down and I reached out to an attorney who's probably one of the top attorneys in the state of New Jersey when it comes to rules and writing rules. And we came up with a proposal that took every one of Governor Murphy's guidelines and executive orders, made them more stringent, and then put together something that we felt would be useful in having in-person graduations. And this is the packet that was sent to was sent to local politicians. I'll get into who it was sent to. So in here you have references to the executive orders that were issued, references to the CDC guidelines, references to the science and data that he points to every day. And what I did was I came up with a plan that took all of those things. Then I reached out to an architect and we did a scale schematic of a football field to show that you could put 300 graduates with two parents 9 feet apart, not 6 feet apart, 9 feet apart. In addition to the 9 feet of social distancing, some of the things that we had in place were having people mandatorily take a coronavirus test within 48 hours before the event, temperature checks of people showing up at the event, proper spacing, arrows showing the way people would walk in and out of to get to their seats, every possible safety precaution, health precaution, again, not only consistent with what Governor Murphy wanted, but beyond what he has in place for anything that is in place right now, today, as I do this, June 19th. In fact, this packet here is not only safer, but blows away any events he has attended with regards to protests. Okay, so this is safer than anything that's been out there. This packet with signatures from parents, from a local jurisdiction, has been presented to mayors, Board of Educations, superintendents of schools, assembly people. I have been on the phone personally. I've dropped this packet off personally to people's houses. I have made phone calls to representatives from the north to the south part of this state. I have sent emails to representatives from the north to the south part of this state, both parties, Republicans and Democrats, and no one has got back to me. No one has taken the step to present this in an effort to actually do something to get in-person graduations. And I have about 100 parent signatures here, as well as from their kids, saying this is what they wanted in this one jurisdiction. And even the people in this town, Republicans and Democrats, who I called and spoke to, refused to call me back, did not want to discuss it after I presented it to them. So for those of you sitting there that thinking posting in these websites, Reopen New Jersey or whatever, is actually doing something, look, this in-person thing didn't do anything, because other than the mayor of Wayne, who attempted to schedule graduations, other than the mayor of Asbury Park, New Jersey, I want you to know right now, your representatives, local, Congress people, assembly people, and senators are doing nothing for you. They are doing nothing, and they don't go to Facebook to read your posts. If you actually want to make a difference, there are 2 times a year a politician wants you, twice a year, when they want your money and when they want your vote. They need your money to pay for campaign ads so they can get your vote. What you need to do right now is find out who your local representatives are. and you need to barrage their email. You need to tie up their phone lines and tell them this. You need to tell me right now what you've done for me during this pandemic to fight for me. Because if you can't, I am voting against every incumbent in the state of New Jersey. And this is not about Republican or Democrats. This is about your current elected officials. They have done nothing for you. Because some of the answers that I've been given are, you know what? No, we have something else great planned. We planned something else that's really fun. No, it's not up to you to decide what's fun. See, these are the people. These are the people you represent. This is what they want. And part of this was, if any parent or student felt unsafe being a part of this, that this would be live streamed. So at least the graduation that would be virtual, they would be able to be shared in something that was bigger than just someone talking to them in a room saying, congratulations, graduates. I wanted to do something bigger. And I'm going to tell you this, I don't have kids. I have no kids. I don't know any kids graduating. I would have gone to no graduation celebrations this year. None. This is not about that. This is not about me. This is because, you know what? People came to me and said, are you willing to do something to help me? And I said, absolutely. Pro bono, no pay. In fact, this cost me money. And I can tell you right now, for those of you that know me, I work for The Daily Show. I lost that gig in April. There's no more audiences. Stand-up, I haven't worked stand-up since March 12th. I've lost 2/3, if not more, of my income. The last thing I needed to be doing is spending money that I don't have. But this was the right thing to do. And I didn't take to Facebook to do it. I went to assembly people, Congress people, mayors, Board of Education members, superintendents of school. And listen, for those of you saying, Vince, right now, you know what? It's dangerous out there. Well, I'm going to ask you this question, okay? When we get to the science behind all of this, yesterday, June 18th, when Governor Murphy was asked point blank, what is the specific science? His answer is, look, I've been transparent this whole time. I give you numbers every day. No. What you're telling me is what you reported yesterday. You're not giving me the science that you're using to forecast these dates. Because let me tell you something right now. With the numbers that he's saying people can gather in public places, with all of the restrictions he is loosening, the only reason this cannot take place, the only reason this cannot happen is one reason and one reason only. Governor Murphy said graduation start July 6th, and July 6th is the day they're going to start. Regardless of what you give him, regardless if you show him, we are going to be in compliance with you in every way. Not only are we in compliance with you, Governor Murphy, we will be even more compliance with you. We're going above and beyond what you've asked us to do, from masks to social distancing to temperature checks to providing negative tests within 48 hours of the event. Things you don't even ask people to do, we're willing to do here. And his answer to you will be, no, I said July 6th it's going to be. That's his only answer to you. And only 2 mayors have had the guts to stand up to him. The mayor of Wayne and the mayor of Asbury Park. Remember those mayors, because everyone else that represents you in the state of New Jersey, unless they can answer to you, you should vote them out. And you know, it's incredible what I'm seeing on the internet and on Facebook and social media, how people are mad at the people in Seattle, at these young people in Seattle for what they're doing. This is disgraceful. I can't believe what they're doing. You know what? Shame on you. Because these kids that are living in tents, that have taken over an area, at least they're fighting for what they want. At least they are taking a stand. They are doing something more than posting on Facebook. They are taking an extra step. They are making phone calls. They are emailing people. They are actually living on the streets to make their point. In the state of New Jersey, when Governor Murphy was elected, he was elected by 20% of registered voters. There was a total of 33% of registered voters that went out to vote for that election. So 66% of you, 2/3 of you in the state of New Jersey, occupy a street. You wouldn't even leave your house to vote. So are you going to continue to post on Facebook and do nothing? Or are at least you going to write emails, make phone calls, and take a stand for what you want? And listen, Governor Murphy's saying, hey, look, we're still 5th in hospitalizations in the nation. That's why we still have a public health emergency. No, that's not an answer, because that's not the basis for a public health emergency. Because if we were ranked 5th and everyone was below where they needed to be, well, what's the difference? Because I'll tell you some of the other rankings that we have in the state of New Jersey. According to U.S. News and World Reports, fiscal stability, New Jersey's number 49. In terms of moving out of the state of New Jersey, between 2016 and 2017, New Jersey was number 4. According to United Van Lines, in 2018, New Jersey was the number 1 state people are moving out of. We are also ranked 48th when it comes to roads, traffic, and infrastructure failings. Imagine that. We're the 2nd worst state to drive in. So those are some of the other rankings that we have in the state of New Jersey. So I ask you, residents of the state of New Jersey, are you going to continue to post on Facebook, or are you going to find out who your local representatives are? Are you going to find out the name of your local senator, congressperson, assembly person? Pick up the phone, mayor, council, board of ed, school directors, director, superintendent of schools. Are you going to find out who their names are, find out who where their phone number is, find out their email address, and do something more? Because I don't even have kids in the school system, and I did this. What are you willing to do? Because these kids are willing to sleep on the street. All you're willing to do is post on Facebook. Shame on you. Do something more. Be better. And our representatives in the state of New Jersey, I'm telling you right now, here's my campaign. Vote out every incumbent. Vote them all out. All of them. You've all failed us.